hello. To Shar, Queen Bee, Secret, hello, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to go ahead and start with our free list. So for those of you who aren't aware already, I do free yes or no questions at the beginning of every stream, which you can ask now. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. The only thing that I ask is that you put the correct emoji or keyword into the chat to be added to our free list. You can find this information in the description. Hey Kevin, how are you? All right. So first question is going to be for Secret. Oh, I am getting a yes for you, Secret. We have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I feel like you guys would work very well together as well. Thank you, Denise. Doing good today. Just got a little bit of a headache. I think I'm dealing with seasonal allergies, but overall doing well. Kevin. You're welcome, Secret. Ooh, interesting. I feel like I need to tell you, Kevin, to just look at other options. I don't know if this would be, you might be satisfied with it, you might be happy here, but I don't know how much it would benefit you in the long run. So this would be something you'd like right away, you'd enjoy right away. So it might get you, to a certain extent. But whatever this is here, because I'm not exactly sure the details, but I feel like in the long run, this may not be something that you love forever. So you kind of have to make a decision. Are you okay with that? Or did you want something that would be like long term? I hope that makes sense to you. Alishba. Hey Rashima. Hey Elisa. How are you? I am getting a no. I actually have a 2 no's here. The 9 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. That's for Alishba. I'm not seeing it. Becca B is here. All right. Oh, I am getting a yes. Interesting. The 6 of Wands. We have 10 minutes on the clock, guys. Make sure you get your questions in. Thank you for following the rules. A little bit, yes. A little bit of cash. I am seeing, it's almost like what you would win if you were to win in a raffle at like a workplace function. I'm getting like 8 of Pentacles. Or if you were to do like a scratcher or something along those lines where it's like a chunk of change, like a radio giveaway or something. I don't think it's life changing money, but I think that it is something. Okay. Yes, it feels very last minute. You have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So this is someone following their impulses, urges, um, wanting to get together with you very randomly. I don't think this is going to be planned. I think it's just spontaneous. But that feels like a yes, Nyla. Okay, Rashima, I feel like some adjustments need to be made here. I think I might have already answered a question like this for you recently. You're overcoming challenges, but there are some obstacles I see you having. So overall, it does feel positive, but I feel like there's maybe some things that you hold yourself responsible for that you need to kind of let go of. Um, there's like some burdens here or something along those lines, or maybe you feel like you have to do it all yourself. And I feel like that's stopping you from being able to see like the more positive things that are coming your way. It's just something here about feeling like you're up against everything, you're on your own or you're alone. So, generally speaking, I see you overcoming these obstacles, but maybe some adjustments still need to be made, but I feel like you're working on it. All right, Jenna. Oh. Jenna, it's nice to see you. I was actually thinking about you the other day. I was hoping that you were doing all right. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like you guys are doing well. Um, when it comes to intimacy, I see the tower as like you just are completely exhausted afterwards. Legs are shaky, you're weak, that kind of thing. But I have the Four of Wands, which is really lovely to see because it means that maybe you're feeling a bit closer, wanting to feel closer. And then the Fool, of course, is like a new start. So, yeah, I can see that the distance between you guys is still hurting. It's making it hard, I feel. So, whatever you guys can do to keep the connection going, even when you're not together, is just really important right now. Mindy. Okay, so Two of Wands. I am getting a yes, but maybe they're not really exactly sure what to do with these feelings. Possibly because they're your friend, or they feel like maybe you wouldn't be interested in them, you would be interested in someone else. So I see them thinking about what to do, but they're a little bit stubborn in revealing their feelings. So I think that they're probably going to keep this to themselves for a little while. Hello, Nina. Thank you for following the instructions. You guys are awesome. We have about 5 minutes left on the clock, so make sure you get your questions in, okay? I hear like it is what you make it, Nina, like the magician. Make those plans. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this talks about seizing opportunities, right? Is it c'est la vie? What is the word? There's some kind of expression in another language where it's like, seize the opportunity, take the risk, take the chance. So I feel like it's a matter of you like making the plans. I don't know if this has to do with traveling the world, but I am seeing this person being like, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this, and I want to do that. I think that could carry on actually into the next year. But for the rest of the year, just do what you can. Don't splurge. Don't spend the money that you don't have yet. But whatever you can do for now, just take that opportunity. That's literally what this card means. It's just making those plans. So I feel like it is what you make it, and I am getting a yes. Philomena says, how much for one question? If anybody wants to do one question, I'm totally down if you guys want to split a donation, like $7 and $7.50 or whatever between two people. So if there's anyone in here in the chat that wants to link up and do like share a BOGO, you guys can do that, but I'm only doing BOGOs today. So if there's no one that wants to like link up with you and like split the cost for two questions, you can do $15. Sometimes you guys get a second question sparked while you're doing your reading. You get some like another question that you want to ask. The reason why I don't during BOGOs do like half prices is just because I usually charge $15 per question anyway for in-depth reading. And so it's just an opportunity for you guys to save a little bit of money and get an extra question answered. So it would be $15, Philomena, either way. But if you wanted to pair up with someone else in the chat and split the cost, you're more than welcome to do that. I don't mind. All right. So Elisa says, will I get this job and money soon? Please show me a yes or no. Okay, so I am getting a yes, the Emperor. You might have to look at things from a different perspective. So like let's just say I feel like there's a specific job you have in mind. I do want to make it clear it feels good to me. It feels like a yes. However, there might be other areas that maybe you should be looking. So like let's just say this particular job, if like you're talking about a specific job, doesn't work out, right? But it's like there's something here stacked up for you right after this. So it just might be a matter of searching in a different department, a different industry, a different keyword, something along those lines. The Knight of Wands talks about kind of viewing things from a different perspective, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. But it feels like a yes, and it feels like something stable. The Emperor is here. So that's a good card to get in regards to finance and career, just because they're really good at manifesting what they want. Hello, Denise. How are you? Everyone liked the video. Thank you, Nina. Yes, please give the video some thumbs up. That would be great. Okay, that was kind of a two-parter, Jessica, but I felt like I wanted to go ahead and do that for you. So just know that that was kind of a freebie. I have yes for you guys will be living together. We have the Two of Cups. Moving out of state next year, I'm not confident in saying yes. The Tower is here, so maybe it's like the plans don't go exactly how you want it. If that's like a mutually exclusive thing, if like the only way that you guys can live together is by moving out of state, it's gonna happen. But if it's like one or the other is a possibility, I feel like it's more like you'll be living together next year, maybe not moving out of the state. And if it is mutually exclusive, if you can't do one without the other, then maybe Spirit is just saying that maybe you guys need to like reassess and maybe like get your finances in order a little bit better, make better plans, budget adjustments, something along those lines. Because I see the move happening. The timing, I think, and then also like the moving out of state part, I'm a little bit not confident in. All right, so that's time, but I am going to answer just a couple more questions because I was talking during the free list. So yes, everyone liked the video. Thank you. You're welcome, Kevin. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. I did take some medicine earlier. I hate taking medicine, but I took some. All right, so we're going to do RuPaul's here. We're going to do Denise. Hey, top tier, how are you? Yeah, I think I'm just dealing with some allergies or something. Thank you, Nyla. Rashima says, a very accurate reading. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. Okay. Nice seeing you, love. Brandon and I have been doing so well. Good, good. I'm glad. He literally calls me every day and just wants to be on the phone. That's very sweet. Okay, I'm going to answer the question for Elle. Elle is new here, it seems. We'll do CG. He's been really dependent on me lately. He said I make him feel less stressed, so he literally has me on the phone for like hours these last 2 days. Good, I'm glad. It's good that you guys are making that connection. Mindy says, yes, makes so much sense. We're not in the same state, but he's visiting me next weekend. Good, I'm glad. Maybe it just means you're moving to him or he's moving to you or something like that. That's also a possibility there for you, Mindy. My last readings are very accurate. Good, Rashima. I'm glad you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. We're going to do SS. Denise, I will answer your question. Just hang for just a second. Philomena says that she donated. Thank you, Philomena. I will be right with you. Wow, thank you for articulating. Thank you so much. Always on point. You're welcome, Melissa. Okay, so we're going to stop the list there. So this is who I have on the list. We have L, CG, SS, and Denise. I'm also going to read for RuPauli, and then we're going to move on to our donations. All right, so RuPauli. Philomena, you can go ahead and post your question as well whenever you're ready. I am getting a yes, King of Wands. It looks like this is Lavnesh. Is that a masculine energy? Is that a male? I don't know. Either way, I am getting a yes for you, RuPauli. Thank you for being here. L. Okay, I am getting a no right now for you, L. This has to do with personal restrictions of the mind, like mental imprisonment. Maybe we're creating obstacles that aren't really that big of a deal or aren't really there. Not to say that that's you, that could be W, but I am getting a no. CG. Ooh, I am getting a yes, Ace of Cups. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. We also have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I am getting a yes. Their focus is definitely more being on their day-to-day work, career, school, whatever they're doing every day to better themselves in their career. That's their focus right now. So maybe they haven't told you that they do, but there is a lot of love for you here. So I feel like it's a yes. I would be confident in saying that they're feeling very strongly for you. Let's see, Denise. Okay, so Denise, you might have rephrased this because it has to be a yes or a no. So let's see if I can get, if it will happen. So will my current employer reach out to me, show me a yes or a no for Denise? I have Two of Cups here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not getting timing for you, but I am getting a yes, Denise. You could probably look up timing online and see if any of it makes sense. Sometimes the cups to me are like months. So if that timing seems accurate, maybe 2 months. But if it seems like that's just too long or too far away, then maybe we just don't have timing just yet. But you can always Google Two of Cups timing and see if like it resonates with you in that way. Rivali says yes, male. Okay, perfect. I don't want to put a name. He's an older guy. Okay, that's totally fine. CG says thank you. You're welcome. S says thank you. You're welcome. Resonates perfect. Okay, let's see what comes out. L, I might have said that. To be honest, when I do readings, I like forget. I forget what I say. I might have said like personal restrictions are maybe causing an obstacle or like mental imprisonment or something. I think you had the Eight of Swords. A lot of times that can be like someone causing a block on like in their own mind that's not really there. So if you heard online and that resonates for you, I would take that message. But I can't remember exactly what I said. Sorry. You're welcome. All right, so we have a donation from Philomena. So Philomena's taken the first spot on the list. Let's see. Philomena donated on Cash App. Got it. Okay. So Philomena's first question. What are Devin's feelings for me after our second date last night? I haven't heard from him. Okay, Philomena. He definitely wants to pursue this with you. He wants more interactions with you, connections with you, dates with you, things like that. There does show me a bit of a disappointment here in this quadrant of the reading. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm going to give you my speculations. Um, it almost feels like he was hoping things would go farther physically than they actually did. So I don't know if like you guys, like I don't know, maybe if you guys haven't kissed yet, he was hoping to get some kind of physical affection from you, or if maybe he wanted to take it farther than that. I'm not sure, but the Six of Pentacles is showing that one person kind of wasn't giving equal amounts of effort towards something. So maybe he was hoping it went farther, okay? It's just something about this, like he was sad that it stopped where it did, and he was hoping that it would go farther. I don't feel like that's his main like reason for dating you, but I do feel like he was a bit disappointed there. Um, so to be completely honest, he might have gone home with sexual frustration and just gave himself a release, and then now he's just been busy today. I don't know. But the Six of Pentacles just shows like maybe wanting something more than what was actually given. Um, I feel like he feels like closer to you, like he got to know you more with the Three of Pentacles on a very like basic level. So maybe you guys, maybe he's feeling out your personality more. Maybe you opened up a little bit more than you did like before. Because the Five of Pentacles is in reverse, and so Five of Pentacles upright feels like distance, but in reverse it feels like closeness. It feels like you guys got to know each other more on another level, which he really likes. He's celebrating the fact that you guys did take it to the next step with the kiss or something along those lines. Like he's happy that you guys are moving forward, but he felt blocked. He felt like, yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I guess in his mind, he was like thinking it was possible that it would go further than it did. Whether or not you gave him any signals or signs that that's even a possibility, you might have flat out told him like that's not going to happen on the second date, but in his mind he thought like it could. What if it did? That would be exciting. You're welcome, Elle. So that's pretty much it in regards to that. I don't want to say that he was like he it's like enough to stop him from talking to you or pursuing you, because we have the lovers here at the bottom of the deck. So there is a closeness that he's showing me that he felt with you. And I think that he's very much excited to see where this could go. We have the page, we have the knight, we have the knight here. So everything shows me that things were taken to the next step, things were moving forward. But yeah, there was just like that minor block. I personally feel like you're gonna hear from this person again. Like I don't think you have anything to worry about in that regard. Um, I think he just really likes spending time with you. He's inquisitive. He's curious about you. Um, he thinks you're a lot of fun. I feel like he's definitely aroused by you in multiple ways. He's mentally stimulated by you, but he's also very attracted to you as well. You just very much interest him. So he felt like a stronger bond after yesterday evening. So the fact that you haven't heard from him doesn't really concern me personally, because there's nothing here that really tells me. I mean, I told him I'm not looking for anything physical. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, even if you told him that nothing's gonna happen, in his mind, I think he thought, oh, I can sway, I can sway this situation. I think people in their mind, when they know, like he respected your boundaries, but I think in their mind, even if they know that's not gonna happen, or they're being told it's not gonna happen, when they feel such a like an attraction to you, they probably in their mind fantasize and hope that like, what if it did happen? And that's kind of what I was feeling here, is like there was a hope for something more. Even if they knew flat out that nothing was going to happen, they still hoped for it. They still wanted it. So, like I said, that's not enough to stop him from like pursuing you or talking to you any further. Um, he is happy with the closeness that you guys did get during your date. I feel like that was a little bit of a disappointment for him, but I think that he also was expecting it. He just was feeling very attracted to you, like very excited. Um, and I think that also just breaking through that second date, feeling closer to you, it just seemed like maybe he thought that it could go farther than that, and he wanted it to. But yeah, I'm glad you stood your ground. What's the second question that I could answer for you? Do you have like, did anything after that reading like make you feel like, okay, I now have a second question, or you phone a lot? Okay, let's see. Hmm. Um, honestly, I feel like you guys could come back from this. I feel like it's not hopeless. I feel like there is something here that's like, but it all has to do with the decisions you guys make mutually from here on out. I feel like maybe I think he was feeling very determined on your date. Like he was feeling very excited, assertive, like wanting to take charge, wanting to move forward in some aspect. Okay. I don't think it's of disinterest for you, but there are a lot of cards that are a little bit concerning. We have the Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, Ten of Wands. The reason why I said it's not hopeless is because there is resurrection here. After maybe a time where you feel like you guys were not on the same page, there's the ability to get over this or move on from this together. but I see that there's been some disappointment, and maybe it's triggering you where there's like red flags that you're kind of being prompted with because you're like, I don't know, maybe just getting all of a sudden these feelings like maybe this person isn't as interested in a serious connection or a serious relationship. He's definitely being persuaded in his own mind by his sexual urges for you. He he's very passionate. That's what he's showing me, is that he's very passionate for you, and he, like I said, it's just odd because I don't feel like it's just sexual in nature, but it's very sexually charged. Maybe because you guys are in a new connection, and a lot of times that's what you think about, and you wonder what's going to happen. The Wheel of Fortune here, which talks about like good luck, good things coming your way, um, but maybe after some type of hurdle. So if I were to say right now, Philomena, from this reading, is this getting serious? It doesn't feel like it is. It feels like you guys could turn this around and you guys could get to that point. Like, I don't want you to think, oh, it's completely out of the question, but right now, just what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, it doesn't look like it's going to move forward until either he changes his mindset about this, or a different decision is made. This trajectory feels difficult. Like, it feels like it would be difficult to achieve. Um, a committed relationship with this person right now. There's a couple things here that are confusing me and making me think that it's still possible. The way these two cards fell out, the Wheel of Fortune, and then also at the bottom of the deck we have the Wish Fulfilled. But I feel like, Philomena, you guys might just want different things right now. Like, he probably wants a relationship that's sex with a side of commitment, and you want a relationship that's commitment with the side of sex, if that makes sense. It's like you guys want the same things, but in a different way. And I don't know. I just feel like maybe there needs to be more communication on the subject to feel him out and see what it is that he's looking for. Um, just kind of get to the bottom line of it all. Because I think in his mind, he probably thought this was going to go different ways than it did. But I don't want you to think, even though I'm getting this information here that doesn't seem so great, I don't want you to think that he doesn't enjoy his time with you, or he's not interested in you, or um, he wouldn't consider a serious relationship. I just don't think that's where he's at right now when it comes to you. And it really all depends. Like, if you reach out to him and he doesn't reach it, like, it has everything to do with, this is like a turning point for y'all. It has everything to do with the decisions that you both make from here on out. So if he reaches out to you and you ignore him, it's not going to get further. If you reach out to him and he ignores you, it's not going to get any further. You guys have to be more on the same page. So that's why we say that tarot readings have to do with the choices we make and the trajectory that we're on. When we when we ask the question, sorry, my voice got a little weird. Goodness gracious. So yeah, I would just say I feel confident saying along this timeline right now, it doesn't feel like a serious relationship is in the near future. He could immediately change his mind tomorrow. He could say, you know what, she was really cool. I really liked her. Maybe it didn't go as far as I wanted it to, but that's okay. And he changes his mind on it, and then he reaches out to you and you reach back. And then, you guys get to something more serious. But he could also be really stubborn and not communicate. So yeah, I feel like you guys could turn it around, but I feel like it's more like 75-80% that it probably would not get serious at this point. So that is what I've got for you, girl. I am I'm hoping for you. I'm cheering for you. Um, if you're very interested in him in that way, I hope that that's where it goes. It's just not what I'm feeling right now. Especially because of like heartbreak card, I didn't like that very much. And I also didn't like the Seven of Swords either, because it kind of shows that like one or both of you are holding back and not communicating your like what's really going on in your mind, or what you're really wanting, or what you're really thinking. So follow your intuition on that. If you feel like it was a little sketchy that he was investing a lot of time on his phone rather than in you, that might be your answer. But I feel like if you were open to another date, he would also be open to another date. All right, guys. So right now, it's just an early stream for me. I'm usually not here this early, but we do have a special going today. You guys know I do my BOGOs a couple times a week. It's $15 for 2 questions. So it's basically you buy one for $15, you get one free. And if you wanted to do $20 flat rate instead of $15, you would get charms and paper messages added to your reading to provide additional insight, clarity, or maybe just a way to resonate further with your reading. And those are always a lot of fun because we can kind of get multiple interpretations there and all that jazz. So the list is open. We have a couple spots left. We just finished up Philomena, so you actually would be next on the list if you wanted to be. Philomena, thank you so much for your donation. Hey, Annie, how are you? Philomena, let me know how that resonates for you. Maybe you've already started having feelings like this yourself, that maybe it's really not going to go anywhere. So, like I said, trust in your intuition. I always feel like you have more of an inner knowing than maybe even I do. I just know how to interpret the cards in a way to kind of give you that clarity. Thank you so much for donating. Let me know what your question is, okay? You're welcome, Becca. Oh no, that's okay. I'm glad you went back and read it. Did I say reread it? I meant to say rewatched it. Ignore me. All right. Got it. Okay. So, first question, what does Daryl think? I'm a low-key predator. I tell him I'll take him down. Oh gosh. Okay. Is Daryl attracted to me sexually? We're supposed to meet Friday, but he said his car broke down. Hero. Okay, let's see. Okay. For sure, he's intimidated by you a little bit. I will say. He likes it. He's interested in it, but he's a little bit like wide-eyed. I feel I see him like doing a wide-eye thing at some of the things that you say or do. Let's see. What does he think? What does he think? Okay, so something tells me you guys have not gotten to that part, like gone the distance, like you guys haven't actually gone there. And I guess because what I'm picking up is that he feels like he's unsure what to expect with you. So if you guys have gotten to that point, then maybe he's like feeling like every intimate encounter that you guys have with each other is just going to be unpredictable and wild and crazy. I'm specifically seeing bondage. Like I feel like he's in his mind thinking like, what's going to happen here? What would this be like? Are we going to be into the same things? I feel like he is intrigued. The Hermit is in reverse. And so the Hermit upright talks about isolation, doing things in like solitary ways. Now there is two cards here that talk about withdrawal, the Eight of Cups and the Hermit in reverse. So like maybe I don't know, I'm gonna have to dig into this a little bit. So like I feel like maybe things are a little bit too forward or too fast for him. In a way that it intrigues him, but also kind of intimidates him at the same time. He somehow feels inexperienced or inadequate in comparison to you, but he feels like you guys do want the same things. So that makes me feel like maybe he wonders if you guys are compatible in that way. Although that is what he wants with you. Like he does want to go the distance with you. He does want to have that kind of connection with you. But I think that he is just like wondering what this would all entail. And again, this isn't an 18 plus thing. So I'm trying to be very obscure with my context. If you catch my meaning, let me know if none of this is making sense to you, but I'm just trying to stay PG with it just because I don't plan to delete this stream. But he does want to connect with you in that way. He is attracted to you physically. And I'll dig more into that as well in your next question. I just think he wants to make sure that you guys are on the same page and that you're compatible in that way. But he's into it. He's interested in it. He wants to see what it's all about. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, feeling like he wants to take you up on this opportunity, but maybe he's like, slow down a little bit. Like, let me work my way into that or something along those lines. And maybe you're not into anything crazy. Maybe you're just into like dominance and things like that. But maybe in his mind, since he's not exactly sure what you plan on doing, what you want to do, what you're into, he's like unsure. But maybe you guys are very compatible and he'll enjoy it and he'll like it, but he just doesn't know because I think maybe, as you said, low key, you've been a bit forward with him. So I think he's just wanting to know, like, what you're thinking. Maybe if you tell him things more specifics, I think he'd be more interested, more open. Let me see if I'm getting anything else. I think he also likes to be the dominant one as well. So this is kind of taking him aback because I guess he's wondering if like he's ever going to be able to be the person that takes control and takes charge as well, because he does like playing that role. Okay, so I was going to look into this a little bit. Let me see why I'm getting those. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like when I said he gets wide-eyed, like he sees the stuff you say and he's like he just makes a certain face. Like he's just very like, did she really just say that? Okay, let's see. Why is the Eight of Cups and the Hermit here? Let's see, Eight of Cups and the Hermit here, please. I think it's just a matter of like not wanting to take things slow. I think that he wants to have sex with you, but maybe not. He wants it to be like ease him into it a little bit at first. Because like to me, I feel like he thinks the way that you talk to him that it's gonna go a certain way. But really you're just it's just gonna be fine and he's gonna like it. But I think that since he doesn't know, his mind wanders off with him. Yeah, and unit. I don't know. This is interesting. Is he distancing himself from you? The Tower. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Hermit in reverse, clarified by the Six of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Tower. I think it feels his eyes too big. He asked why I'm aggressive. I did. Oh, gotcha. I think you could really just be intimidating him right now. Because he's kind of in this place of like intrigue and interest and wanting to kind of know. He's curious, but at the same time, I think he's like nervous. Yeah, you said that you're gonna ignore him. Well, obviously, I don't know the context in which you guys communicate with each other, but I would say whatever you're doing might just be, I don't know. I don't want to say it's too much because, like I said, he is interested in it, but it's like it might be more than. I don't know. Something about it, something about this tells me that it's making him feel like the woman in the relationship. Like it's making him feel emasculated, if that's the right word. It's like, so part of him is intrigued, part of him likes it, part of him likes the idea of you guys talking sexually to one another. But at the same time, it's like there's this part that where he's starting to feel like less powerful, less alpha. I think if there's a way for you to word it in a way in which that empowers him and makes him feel like you're not trying to just completely take away his masculinity, it's interesting because I'm picking up on these cues, but at the same time I don't know what the context is, so it's like hard for me to give you specifics, but hopefully this is making sense. It just feels like, so yes, I think that he wants to be with you in that way, but I think that was looking forward to it to being like a little bit more like he was going to be the one in a dominant role. Okay, so let's move on to your next question. Maybe we can connect a little bit more dots here. So, yeah, it's coming through again for me where he is attracted to you sexually. He's attracted to you like in all those ways. Like if he were to just say, "Would I have sex with this person?" Like absolutely he would. I think it comes down to him feeling powerful, him feeling dominant, and also him wondering if you guys are compatible in that way. Because it seems like he likes certain things and he feels like maybe you like certain things, but that they're not the same things that you guys both like together. So, like I said, he feels a bit intimidated. He is a little bit unsure in that department. So straight out, if you wanted to know, he is, but I think that he could feel a bit nervous, or he could feel a little bit like, oh, what's going to happen here. He likes talking like that with you. He likes the sexting. He likes the dirty talk communication. Like he likes all of it. It gets him really excited. But like I said, I feel like he likes certain things and you like certain things. And I think he's hoping that you guys like the same things. So that's pretty much what it is. I don't want you to be worried, like, is he attracted to you in that way? Like 100% he is. I think that he wouldn't say the things that he says to you and do the things that he does if he didn't. So just take peace in knowing that he is attracted to you in that way. However, I think it's just a matter of you guys just needing to just go get that far, like go the distance with each other. So that way he can kind of see what it would be like. Because I think he's a little bit too in his head, honestly. We have the Knight of Swords. So he's like very like overthinking. And I just almost feel like at times you're like, what is this? Like, is it going to happen? Are we going to get together? Because it's like this out in out energy, no pun intended. I feel like he just very much is like thinking a lot about what's to happen. I will say that he does self-complete to the thought of you. I am seeing that here with the world. He honestly thinks about it so much, and I feel like it is something that he wants to invest in. I foresee you guys actually having sex with each other. Like I just think that it's going to happen. Now, is it going to keep happening over and over? Is it going to get further than that? Is it going to get more serious than that? I don't know. That's not the question that I asked, but I am seeing that you guys are going to get to that point. So don't stress it. It's going to happen. Because I feel like he very much wants it to as well. He's curious. He wants to see what it is, what it's all about. He wants to see how you guys work together to get to where you want to go. He may also just be insecure, honestly. Oh my gosh, I just realized that there's like all this conversation happening in the chat and my computer was not showing me. So one moment he's my face, the next he's in a corner. Jasmine, hello. I will get to you in just a moment. Just sit tight, okay? Thank you for subscribing. You feel like you're not female enough. Yeah, that may be what it is. It's like you guys are having like a power struggle dynamic with each other in that way. The thing is I don't want to tell you don't be like how you are, because that's not authentic and that's not enjoyable for you. If you like being forward in that way and you like being more of the dominant one, that's great. And I think that you should. I think that you should do what feels right and natural to you, what you want to do. You shouldn't feel like you're holding back or restricting yourself just to make someone else feel more comfortable. But it's all about compatibility too. Like the thing is that you can be so attracted to someone in that way, but that doesn't mean that you guys are going to be compatible sexually, you know? And like I think that's what this is coming down to. And I think it's just a matter of experiencing it and seeing if you guys are. That way you know if you want to continue. So I feel like it just needs to happen like at least one time. And it seems like he wants to. It seems like you want to. It just seems like it's not, you guys aren't connecting in that way due to nervousness, intimidation, blocks, something like that. And Nina, thank you so much for your donation, hon. I appreciate it. Good luck with that as well. All right, so Jasmine says, will H offer me something stable? Please show me a yes or a no for Jasmine. Will H offer me something stable? Oh. All right. I am getting a no for you, Jasmine. Not right now. So why I say not right now is because even though this is a no card, the Hanged Man it talks about like stagnation or procrastination or delays. So it doesn't seem like it's not going to happen, but it seems like right now everything's on pause for an indefinite period of time. It feels like it's something that you guys both want, honestly, but I think that it has to do with maybe like, let's just say you're very much into it, Jasmine. You're like, I want this to happen. I like am ready for it to happen. It's something that H has to wrap their mind around. And the Strength card can talk about courage. It can talk about overcoming fears, overcoming insecurities, things along those lines, kind of like taming that part of their ego to actually be able to move forward with something that they actually deep down subconsciously and unconsciously do want, but there's a delay because of this. So right now I'm getting a no, but I don't want you to feel like it's never going to happen just because this is a delay. This isn't like a flat out no. So just keep in mind, it's just not right now. And we can always do an energy check-in another time. to see if that's changed. If you are a new subscriber to me today, I'm happy to answer a yes or no question. Our free list is closed for people who have been here before. However, if you're new to me today, I'm really more than happy to answer a question for you for free. It is a yes or a no question. If you're looking for something more in depth, I do have a BOGO going on right now. I usually charge $15 for an in-depth, but if you buy that, then you get an extra question free. So it's basically like almost getting 2 in-depth readings for the price of one. And if you guys like charms, paper messages, things like that, for $20 total, you get 2 questions. And then you also get charms, which I interpret for further clarification. And then I have paper messages as well. These paper messages are in a vernacular that I typically don't use during readings. So you're going to see a lot of words probably that maybe I wouldn't typically say. I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure I'm creating something that's offering further clarity to your reading and maybe give you some other insight or other perspectives or interpretations. So Jasmine, for in-depth today, I'm doing a BOGO. So it's $15, but it is 2 questions that you get to ask, and you get 10 cards for each reading. Okay, hopefully I wasn't on mute that whole time, Jasmine. It's $15 to donate. You get 2 questions with it. They're 10 cards each. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Also, I never pinned the comment, so let me pin that message there. Oh, Denise, that's very sweet of you to say. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Richa, hey ma'am, can I ask a question? Absolutely. Richa, so for new subscribers, I answer yes or no questions. So as long as your question is in a yes or no format, I can answer that for free. Sometimes you get additional information depending on what I channel with you reading, but usually it's just a yes or a no, and I get you confirmation on that. Okay, so we're gonna go with calling this person H because I do not want to butcher the pronunciation of that name. So this is for Richa. Richa says, is H my destined future spouse? Is H my destined future spouse? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups. Let's see. This is for Richa, please. Is H Rich's destined future spouse? Please show me a yes card or a no card. Interesting. What other information can you give to me here, Spirit, in regards to this? Okay, so I saw the Empress and I saw the Two of Cups, but they didn't come out. So I feel like, Richa, you're looking for someone who's compatible with you. You're looking for someone, I feel like, not just for transactional purposes and being good in a stable relationship and marriage, and like one that's fruitful. I feel like you want someone who you also can have like as a partner, as a friend, and someone that you really love, someone that you're romantically compatible with. So I feel like, I gotta say, I feel like I'm getting a no, that this is not your person that you're supposed to be with. It makes me feel like yeah, I'm getting a no. I'm having a hard time exactly seeing what this is. Like, there could be an element of like, you're not sure if this is the person for you because we do have the Hierophant, and I'm sorry, the High Priestess here. So it makes me feel like maybe you're not sure if this is the right person for you, if you guys are compatible in all the ways that you wish, or I don't know. It's just something here that's making me feel like no. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to go with that for right now, because it seems like you're looking for someone who's it for you in all the ways, and intuitively, I think you might be unsure about this person. You said yes. And then I cut the deck and I see the Two of Cups again. So it's like, I want to say yes. I want to say that this is your person, but I don't feel it. I gotta say. Okay, Richa, you're welcome. Thank you for coming in. You're very welcome. All right. So we're going to do a last call on this stream for readings, and I will be back later on tonight to do some more. Let's see. We're still answering yes or no questions for new subscribers. Oh, Jessica, of course. You live in the same state. Got it. It's funny, I think everyone was having technological difficulties. Some people are like, oh, like I had stepped out for just a second, you answered my question, I had to come back. Sarifa, yes, it is. I'm so sorry to say, but I will be back later on tonight though. I've got some stuff to do to prepare for my nephew's birthday, so some like crafty things I have to work on, but I will be back later on this evening. I'm not sure what kind of stream I'll be back with. I usually just let my intuition tell me, but as always, there'll be 15 minutes of free yes, no. So just make sure you have your notifications turned on. Jessica says, makes sense. I appreciate it. We do want to move in together, even if it's still in the same place. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, perfect, Sarifa. So we're just doing a last call right now for donations. I will be back later this evening, but I'm available now to do some readings if anyone's interested. There's not going to be a wait. You just got to let me know. But yeah, I'll probably only be here for like another 5 minutes or so. It's a little slow today because I am streaming earlier than I usually do, which is fine. But I will be back later on tonight. Sarifa, yes. Paid donations are still available. And there's no wait right now. Can't guarantee there won't be a wait later on. The last couple of streams that I've done, I was like anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half behind donations. and people were so gracious. They were patient. They waited. I even offered, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about a free one. Yeah. You can definitely donate. Absolutely. I do apologize for misunderstanding your question. But yeah, it's great now because there's no wait at all. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy the last couple of days. I'm like actually like, okay, people don't have to wait now. This is awesome. Yeah, so absolutely. What we'll do is we'll just make you the last donation of the day until, well, not of the day, but until later on this evening. So we're just going to do a last call. All right, so Reef is going to donate. Let's see. Got it. Okay, so go ahead and let me know what your question is whenever you're ready. Hey, Reef, whenever you're ready, you can post your questions. Okay, I just wanted to know the energies. Sorry, I was a little late on the chat. Just want to know the energies between Tim and I. And is there a chance for us to get back together? Let me see. Okay, energies between Tim and Reef, please. Okay, we're gonna put that all back in the deck. That was too many cards. There we go. Okay, so I feel like there is an opportunity for you guys to reconcile, only because I am seeing the Five of Pentacles here. That's in reverse, which talks about recovery. So it talks about you not feeling a sense of lack anymore. It's a feeling of like feeling like you guys can get through this or get over this. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I do feel like there's a lot of things that are out of your control and Tim's control when it comes to this connection. And maybe that's making it a little bit difficult. we do have the wheel here, which talks about karmic connections as well. So, like this third party situation, this could be something that just has to ride itself out. So the wheel talks a lot about karmic connections, and maybe him not being over this person. Now, karmic for me, I feel like karmic is a good thing. I feel like a lot of people associate karmic with bad things, but I don't feel that way. I feel like if someone is here to teach you a lesson that you haven't learned, it's important that they're still in your life. And we, as the person who may be a true counterpart or a true soul counterpart for this person, like let's just say you and Tim are true soul counterparts, okay? You're twin souls, twin flames, soulmates, true loves, whatever you resonate with. If you feel like that's your compatibility and that's the connection that you guys have with one another, and this karmic is kind of stepping in, it's important that you do not rush that process, just because of the fact that if you do, then the connection that you and Tim have will be very temporary. It will not be something that lasts, because he will go back to this person because he has not lived through his lessons that he's learning through this partnership with this other third party. So Spirit's kind of telling me that it's important to know that there is recovery and reconciliation here, but we do not want to rush this process with this other person. Take solace in understanding and peace, knowing that this person and him are not meant to be together. However, he does have meant to be together as far as like lasting. They're meant to be together right now. But he does have to see his way through this, and he does have free will, so he can decide how long he wants to put himself through this situation until he learns his lesson. We just don't want to rush that process. That's the advice you truly needed. Good. I'm glad to hear it. We do have the 10 of Pentacles, which does make me feel like you guys will be together in the end. And it feels like a very stable connection between the two of you. It feels like you guys feel fulfillment within one another, and that you guys, in a way, your souls are determined to be together in the end with each other. So we just have to allow him to work through these obstacles on his own. We don't want to rush that process. Your connection is very strong, but I feel like he's reserving his emotions, like his feelings, his love, his gratitude, his even his sexual chemistry. He's trying to reserve that for this other person. He's trying to not think about you. I think that in his heart and in his soul, he does know that you're the better option, you're the better choice, but he's a little bit blinded to it because he made a contract. He made a decision to come into this life and meet this person to grow, to elevate to his higher self. So all he can see right now is this other person, even though you're there underlying underneath, and like, you know, you're in a way what his soul recognizes as the person for him. He has to work through this. So he's reserving his feelings and his emotions and his love for this other person right now. That will eventually break. He has to work through that, like I said. But as far as like grounding, feeling stabilized, feeling connected, it's very much you. But he's very much focused on this other person at this time. Okay. Let's see what your second question is here. So let's get some more information on this other situation. Granted, I do want to let you know I typically don't do third-party readings, but what I do is ask Spirit to tap into it to give you the information that you need to know to help you move forward. So I'm not going to spy on another third party, right? But I am going to get the information that's best for your highest good, so that way you can make the best decision for yourself regarding him, and whatever comes out, comes out. So let's just take a look here. Who is this third party that Sarifa's picking up on with Tim? Who is this third party? Who is this third party? I'm already hearing like he longs for more with this person. Like I don't know if there's something left to be desired here. Like maybe doesn't feel fully, like completely fulfilled. Like there's a hunger here that he has for something more that he's not getting with this person. She or he, whoever this third party is, very appealing to him right off the bat. On paper, I feel like they're very good for each other. Like he goes, this is someone who my parents would be proud for me to be with. Sometimes we go the conventional route because we want to appease the people. Yeah, it's convenient, right? And we want to appease the people in our life rather than ourselves. So a lot of times we find ourselves getting into relationships with people that we feel our parents would approve of, our family would approve of. So let's just say, for example, to make you understand what I'm trying to say, you're raised in a Christian family, very strongly Christian. We're just giving an example. Obviously, I don't know your religion or demographic or anything, but I just wanted to give, like, you're brought up in a very like Christian household, okay? And then you find someone who also has those same qualities. They're Christian, that's their religion. And maybe they have a lot of other qualities that you feel like your family would approve of. You might be drawn to that person because you feel like that's the easy way. That's the easy way to make this happen. However, maybe you don't realize that you actually don't resonate with Christianity. You resonate with omnist, right? You resonate with just appreciating all religions, or exactly. So I feel like he's going the easy way out. He's going the way that he feels his family would approve. Okay, so this is connecting for you. Now, if he were to go outside of that, he feels like he would get the side eye. This person's just easier for his family to approve of in some regard. And what he doesn't realize is he's not doing this relationship with her because it's what he wants. He thinks it's what he wants, but he doesn't realize that he's just conditioned to believe that's what he should want. Right? So he's going after something that he feels he wants, but doesn't really actually want. And so that's why we call it a karmic, because it's something that he has to realize on his own. Maybe he identifies more with the Muslim religion, or maybe he identifies more with just appreciating that every religion has something of value to his own personal beliefs, but he doesn't have a specific religion that he identifies with. But he was taught to believe that Christianity is the only way, or Catholicism is the only way. And so it's easier for him to be in a connection with someone who his family would approve of and be like, oh, she's Christian, that's great. Like, you guys have the same beliefs, because maybe it's very strong in his family for him to go in that direction. So someone who believes just in spirituality, someone who believes in mediumship, someone who believes in tarot, things like that, while they may have their own basis in Christianity, they also believe these other things that go against their religion. So this is just an example. You said he does, we dated, that's how he was so fine about us. So it's like, I feel like his own personal soul, like his own, like deep down, he knows that this specific religion that he was brought up in isn't the only way, but he's going the path of least resistance. So therefore, that's what this person brings to the table. She is appealing to him. She checks all the boxes in so many ways, and on paper it makes sense for him. That's why he's doing it. But his sole lesson is to learn that he needs to figure out what he wants, not what other people want for him. It's not the same thing. Oh goodness. Hey Vetus, welcome back. How are you? Okay, so what does he plan to pursue in the future? Okay. He's very much torn. He's very much torn. I think he's very tempted by this. she's just very appealing, okay? She's appealing to him in so many ways, and he's like wanting to just have that. I think that he really thinks that she's what he wants. It's interesting. Um, so like I said, remember when I said he's investing emotionally in her? There's nothing in your reading that said, oh, he's in love with you, he wants to be with you, whatever. There was a very like, I feel like I'm going to be with her in the end. But it's almost like he's unconsciously thinking that. Like consciously he doesn't realize that he's having those thoughts, but he's putting this love that he has into this person. He feels like they're very much compatible, symbiotic, everyone gets along, it's very easy. There's no resistance here in this connection for him, but he's unsatisfied and he doesn't realize why. He feels like he can't be fully himself in this connection and he doesn't understand it. But that's his lesson. That's what he has to learn. He has to realize that because he sees her as like the end all be all. He's like, she's everything. Like, she's everything that I could ever want on paper. But something isn't connecting for me. Something isn't connecting, and I don't know what it is. But he has to figure that out for himself. So I think in his mind, every day he goes, she's the person I'm going to be with. That's what he's saying to himself. She's the person that I'm going to be with. But he doesn't realize that he is betraying what he really feels deep down, right? I suppose I'm just surprised that she has 3 kids and I only had 1, and his mom had this thing against people with kids. He is trying to appease his mother. I will say he's trying to appease his parents. Like, remember I said his family, his parents, something along those lines. He wants the path of least resistance. He wants a life that's easy for him, but he has to understand that he's not getting fulfilled here in the way that he should be. And it's up to him. It's his free will to decide, am I going to learn from this? Am I going to grow from it? Truth be told, if reincarnation is a thing and he plays out the rest of his life with her, he's going to want to redo. His game is going to end and he's going to go, send me back. I need to find Sarifa because I messed it all up. So he's going to want to like redo this. And his objective in this life, his soul mission, is to realize that he can't keep playing by the rules that were given to him. He needs to have enough courage on his own to make his own decisions and come out of that. And I can't say that he's going to do that in this life. I wish I could, but I can't say. I feel like he's still trying to discover that and navigate through that on his own. Exactly. That's what my best friend told me. Yep, true. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we definitely, like, you don't want to interrupt that process for him, because if you do, then he's going to go right back to her again, and it's going to be very short-lived, the connection that you have. And I think it's going to end up hurting you more in the end because you're not letting him play it out on his own. So I wish you luck with that. Just give him the space that he needs for this other person. Exactly. Sarifa, thank you so much for your donation. Anyone else who's hanging out here, I will see you guys later on this evening. I'm not sure exactly what time, but I will be back. And I hope you all have, if I don't see you, a really great rest of your day. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again, Sarifa. Bye.